So spawning at the top right hand side of this map. 14 Fnatc. It will be once again the blue Protoss player. Fnatc's Harstem.
And his opponent spawning cross positions, so we might see a longer game. It is Jona, the orange Zerg, in the lower left, playing for Lowland Lions. And just by looking at their sponsors, MSI, Astro, Rockcat and Samsung, I would imagine that this is one of the premier esports teams in the Benelux.
Lowland Lions has been around for a long time. I have to say, during the last few months, it has been a little bit quiet from my end, from what I've heard from them. But of course, Jona, one of the players for them, is excellent. But Lowland Lions has always had a strong presence from the time around Warcraft 3. You know, when Grubby was also doing excellent. There were already a lot of good players in the Benelux, and a lot of them played for this team. And throughout StarCraft 2, that trend has really not changed that much, as Lowland Lions has always been a strong presence in the Benelux.
Yeah. Okay. So once again, we are on a big map. We have seen Harstem pull off a +2 charge lot Archon build here before. Let's see if he wants to go for the same thing. Looks like both players will be getting their expansions first before anything else.
That was the game where he played against Revolution. He opted to go Nexus first, then go for the gateway at the front, and looks like he might go for the same thing right now, and it could end up being the same sort of style which he did in that game. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, it looks like it. And Jona, he's going... Oh, I was afraid a little bit there. There's the pool. I was like, is he going for a third hatch before pool? What? But no, there is the pool, so I can sigh. I can breathe a sigh of relief, because that would not have been good. Harstem opening, as you said, in the exact same fashion as he did before on this map versus Revolution, getting the gateway after the Nexus, and 2 assimilators going down. And there's the ridiculously fast third base for Jona.
I like it though.
Before even getting... this will, mind you, this will slow down his double queen a little bit, because he won't have the 300. So he will be getting those only very gradually. He actually cancels the queen in favor of getting more drones and another overlord. But later on, this could pay off. Harstem, however, is going to scout it.
Yep, yeah, of course he's going to scout it out. And he sees the hatchery in front of the base, so he should send the probe immediately to the natural expansion, but he should also know that it's just up. And yeah, he's gonna scout a pool, he's gonna see these 2 links, and he's actually not gonna get confirmation about the fact that the other hatchery is up, but I think at this point he can assume it is.
Yeah, he should know it is up, because the timing of the even if this was the second hatchery or the second base here for Jona, it would have finished. It would have been already finished by the time the probe got there. So Harstem has to know what is up, and he is getting a Stargate just as he did in the previous game that we played on this map, or he played on this map versus Revolution. And now the economy will start rolling in about 2 minutes here for Jona. Once he can get a decent drone saturation, he is already almost saturated on his minerals at the natural expansion. The only downside to having such a ridiculously fast third base is your gases are way delayed.
Yeah, and this, I mean, I think against Revolution he did the exact same thing, right? He made some Phoenixes and tried to pick up some drones, really zoned around the bases, saw what was going on. If he got like an opportunity to pick off some drones or queens, he took that opportunity, but he wasn't extremely aggressive with them. So that means that Jona, the way he started this game, will actually be completely fine, because if he makes some spores against the Phoenixes or has enough queens, he's going to defend, and there's not going to be any real big pressure coming at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, there is not. Jona really wants to find out what is happening, so he's continuously scouting. Harstem getting his forge again, so looks like he might be doing the same build here.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, he is going for the third base, as he did versus Revolution. And so far the timing of the buildings have been pretty close to what he showed us last time around. He does have 3 Phoenixes out on the map. They are going to start killing some Overlords wherever they can find them. Look at the map presence from Jona. He is trying to position Lings at every single choke point. I really like this. Not enough players do this. It gives you such a good advance warning. And look at this. He's got 3 Queens out in the open. He has gone all the way up to 5 of them. So, you know, versus 3 Phoenixes with transfuses, no problem. He can hold on.
Yep, definitely. I mean, Harstem has to think this build is extremely good though, because in the game against Revolution, he was also. It was the point where he lost the second game, and he got chosen the map. He chose this map. He did that strategy, and he's going for the same map, the same strategy with the Twilight Council being constructed and a +1 being resourced. I'm gonna assume that it's gonna be +2 in the same build.
It is. The Twilight Council is timed.
So he's really confident with this build, but it's not Revolution he's facing. He's playing against Jona, and I have to say, I'm liking the way Jona's playing so far.
Yeah, me too. Jona even tries to get a fast 4th base, and I think he will try to send another drone that way. He's all the way up to 61 drones right now. I mean, if he wants to, he can take a 4th base. He knows that the attack won't be coming for at least a couple of minutes right now, because he did see the amount of Phoenixes. So it's not going to be an Immortal Sentry all-in, it's not going to be a gateway attack, it's going to be a longer game, and he knows about the 3rd base of Harstem as well. So taking a 4th base would be appropriate, actually, unless he wants to go for a bust. And, oh, he might very well want to. He is... Oh, he's getting... What? Oh, wait a minute. He's getting +1 melee upgrades for the Lings. Speed for the Lings, Glio Reconstitution, and Aspire.
Yeah, he wants to get everything. Well, he wants to be able to make roaches to react, but he's gonna go for a Ling heavy style with Munas. That's what I'm reading out of this. He wants to go for the Ling heavy style. If he really needs to, he can always add up some roaches. They're not gonna be slow. But these queens are still chasing the Phoenixes, which has never worked out for them. But the Phoenixes should see everything that's going on, right? Or isn't he gonna go into the main base? I feel like he could with the Phoenixes.
And Harstem, Gateway Explosion in his main base.
Yep.
He is hitting his timing, getting the Temple Archives, which should finish just when the additional gateways finish. So, and he's getting a War Prism as well. What is going to come out of that Spire? That is the question. Mutalisks, as you pointed out, would be a good choice here, because Harstem is going for that charge. He is going for that +2. And if you can bring down the War Prism and then Magic Box the Archons, if you can keep the Archon count low, let's say on 2 or 3 at maximum, the Mutas will be able to deal with that.
No, he's gonna go for Corruptors though, which makes sense because he did see the Phoenixes, right? I mean, like if he the Mutas would be good, but he's seen the Phoenixes, so he feels a little bit insecure about that.
I don't know. I think he's expecting a Colossus. Transition. So I think that's a preemptive move to be able to shut down Colossus really quickly. I don't really, just judging from what Jona is doing, I don't really think he knows what Harstem is up to. He's got 0 scouting up until this point. He does not know anything about his tech other than the upgrades if he clicked on his units. Harstem already adding on the Void Rays, so the Corruptors will come in handy afterwards. We have 17 Roaches, 31 Lings, and 10 Corruptors moving across the map. More reinforcements will be coming in the form of Lings, and Jona is looking to go into Hive. But first...
But he's also looking to be pushing a little bit here. I don't think these Zerglings are not going to have a fun time poking in there, and he will see Archons, he will not see Colossus, and I think he should think twice about moving into this, because he will lose everything if he does, and he's actually going to lose a lot. Good force fields from Harstem there. And what is he doing with this? He's gonna kill the Mothership Core with the Corruptors, but apart from that, he's not gonna do that much here, Patrick. He's focusing now the Nexus, but it's never gonna work out.
Yeah, and finally he realizes that, tries to retreat, and actually if that Archon had not broken down that force field, all of those Roaches would have died. We have a pylon as well on the left side of the map, which Harstem is going to use to try and harass the 4th base, but Jona is on top of things. Thing is, how are you going to stop this army moving across the field? Lings are not too good versus this. The Corruptors will be able to kill off the Void Rays, but
Yeah, this is gonna be extremely hard. There's also some warpins at the natural expansion from Jona, which are being a pain right now, but that's not the main concern. The main concern is this ball of Protoss walking into the front, and how can he stop this? 26 roaches, I don't even think that's going to be enough. With the
I don't know. The Warp Prism has been taken care of, but there are still Zods in the natural base. The third base is under attack. Jona evacuates immediately. The drones took a lot of damage from those Archons, though. Good force fields by Harstem, killing off the remainder of the army. Exactly as you said, the supplies are a difference of 70. Third base will be going down. Can Jona hold off? His hive is almost finishing. His +2/+2 for the Lynx is almost finishing. But he's reinforcing with roaches because they are more durable. Will he be able to hold on? I don't know.
This is looking really bad. He's gonna finish 2-2, but it's for melee, and that game just was one pure disaster for Jona.